Okay, I'm going to get a lot of hate for this. I'm going to get a lot of people upset with me, but it needs to be said. I need to clarify some of the mindsets that I'm seeing here. I'm scrolling through TikTok and I'm seeing a lot of the Mexican protests. I myself am Mexican, born here in the States. Both of my parents are United States citizens. Both of my grandparents on both sides are United States citizens. Were they born here? No. Did they get into the country legally? Yes. They went through the procedures. They went through the process. They're legals. Okay. Everyone is protesting and they're flying the Mexican flag everywhere. Now, this is the issue and this is the mindset. You are protesting and fighting and standing up for the right of a country that you love, which is Mexico. You love it, you have a passion for it, and you're going to stand up for it and you're going to fight for it. Correct? Correct. But you are living in the United States of America. Nowhere is the American flag being seen, obviously, right? But here's the thing. If you are in America and your heart and your passion is in Mexico, then there is an imbalance in your life because you are physically living here, but mentally, emotionally, you are passionate about your country, Mexico. Why am I saying this? Because if you're here and you want to become a United States citizen, you do the process. And one of the questions that they ask when you become a United States citizen is, if war was to break out, who would you fight for? If war was to break out, who would you give your life for? Would you give your life for America, or would you give your life for Mexico? Where would you stand? Who would you fight for? And who would you die for? America or Mexico? Take a couple seconds and answer this question for me. Who would you die for if war broke out? Mexico or America? And if you answered Mexico, then that is where the problem is. If you have such a strong passion for your country, honor that passion, live with that passion, but live for your country, in your country. Because if you want to be in the United States, you have to have a passion and you have to have a love for it. Have a passion for where you live and where you make a life. Now, let me turn this into a spiritual point. This is the problem with a lot of people that want the blessings of God, but in their heart and their minds, they still have a passion to do and live however they please. And it never works out. God is a God of order. And just as God says, if you're going to live for me, then live for me. But if you're going to live for the world, then live for the world. Because lukewarm, I will spit you out. Something to think about. If you're fighting for your country at that passion, then maybe you should make a life there. But don't live in this country and want to